Hey. Hello. Hi. Hey. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel, and we will be talking about Fedora infrastructure applications again today. I'm happy to be here, and we'll see what we'll be able to work with. I do not know what we have in store and what bugs we could have a look at. There's a couple of things that have been on the plate for a while already, and we could have a look at that. But first, we are going to start with a list of all the easy fixes that we could have a look at. Okay, just a little late this time. Had a problem setting up my system, but it's fine now. Let me set up a few things again. This goes here. This goes here. Okay. Always a first. Okay. Every workspace. Thank you. Who do we have today? Okay, I see a few people already. Nice. Hello everyone. Some recurring names. That's always good to see. All right. All right. Okay, let me resize the windows. That you probably can't see right now, of course, but I'm going to fix that. Just a minute. Of course. Right, setting things up. Okay, all right. I think we have everything. All right, then let's start. So first, let me share my screen and see what we can do. Okay, you should see it. All right. Okay, so what do we have today? First thing first, before I delve into all that, I'm gonna make myself some tea and I'll be all set to go. So, what do I have today? I have a green tea flavored with green apple, pear, and apricot. It's gonna be fruity and floral for this cold day of winter. Let's see what that gets us. Yeah, not very practical. All right. Smells pretty good, I can tell you. Alright, now it's brewing. Okay. So let me reorganize that a bit. So, okay. All right, should be able to. Okay, the frame should be better. Okay. All right, it should be better now. All right, I think we have everything. All right. Maybe, hopefully the sound is okay. Is the sound okay? Because I've been twiddling with the volumes, and that's not always a good thing. Okay. All right, all right. Okay, so what do we have today? Let me restart this page. Okay. What do we have today? Let's go to the Fedora Infra directory. Well, header already. Okay, this is known stuff. There's a new thing in data grepper, but I'm not sure we should actually keep that. So it's something that I opened recently. It would be nice to have a page that will basically be the result of select distinct topic from messages. The idea is to have a page in data grepper where you would see all the topics available in the past sometime. It makes sense for, well, thing is there's way more topics than I thought. That's why I have doubts about this now. Because there are topics that contain the package name, and as a result, there's a ton of them. I still think it might be useful, so I'm gonna add that to my list, right? It should be simple, as long as like for example, getting that for a long time, so like a few months, it's a very long query. So it should be reserved to a smaller amount of times and like a couple days maybe, and that should work. It may still be useful, not as useful as I hoped it would be, but still. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my short list of things we can work on. Data grepper 676 topic list. Okay, for that there's one. That's pretty recent. Yeah, that's a new one that I've opened recently. About FASJSON in 645. FASJSON is currently able to search using GitHub usernames, but not GitLab usernames. It should be really simple, like a few lines, well placed, but still, it needs to be done. That's totally something we can work on. So FASJSON 645, GitLab username search. Cool. That's documentation, so maybe not best for a live stream. Fed image, fed message, fed messaging, FMN. Sorry, no script. Yes, this one is already in the list. This is old stuff. Okay, free API FAS. Okay. Noggin. So this one is already assigned. Cool. Then we'll have none left for Noggin. That's interesting. Tarrier is being rewritten, so not the best time to do that. There's still 16 here. Schema should email to FAS somehow. I think it's already in my shortlist. Yeah, bugs to fed message 16. Yeah. This one is waiting for a new version on the server so I can test it. Yeah, this one is a small thing, but just a typo, I think. Mode. So, yeah, that's one that I opened recently. Multi-line info lines are represented as a single line in the minutes. So there's an example. I think I could do that. It would be interesting in the sense that I've never played with mode before. I've never tried it. So it will be a good discovery of how the code is laid out and how we could, how to orient ourselves in the code. That would be a nice try. So there's that. And it's mode 687. Line breaks, basically. That's the whole story about it. Okay, good. What else? Missing navigation between minutes and log. I'm pretty sure that this should be easy. It should be very simple. Okay, I'll add it to my list. Mode 684 navigation, basically, between minutes and logs. Cool. This one is assigned. I'm going to leave it alone. The other ones are older. Pagure exporter. Okay, Anitya. Fedora websites, free IPA. Okay. There's one more thing. So there's always things on Pagure, but I still can't run the test. Hey Crossbow, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. Okay, so things crashed here. Okay, sorry about that. What's this going on? Yeah, that's my email. Thank you very much. You don't need that. That's nothing interesting to you. Yeah, so I have this. So let me fix that first because it's annoying. Sorry. So I have written this small tool called Twitch Notify, that is going to play a sound whenever somebody posts something in the chat. And it's crashing for some reason that I do not know. Twitch Notify with the channel. And it's crashing badly. So it's logging in, and if I post something in the chat, say for example, hi Crossbow, then it segfaults, which is bad. And there's like no traceback, just beam segfault. So not great. I'm not sure how I should fix that. I'm pretty sure that it's linked to playing a sound because it doesn't happen the rest of the time. So it's probably in Notify. So there's two different ways of notifying for two different APIs. I didn't know what to choose, so I wrote one for each. Not great, but yeah. And the configuration is able to decides which kind of notifier you want. So let me say, for example, Twitch Notify CLI probably. Yeah, the CLI is using simple audio notifier right at the moment. Okay. And I'm betting that this is the one that crashes. So it uses simple audio, and I'm pretty sure that simple audio fails for some reason. That's a bit annoying. So I'm going to switch to the other one, and hopefully it's going to work, even though I haven't really tested it as much. But the other one crashes, so it has to be better, right? Let me switch to the other one right now and see if that works now. Starting it. Oh, yeah, actually I did get a call last week. Was it last week? Now we're on Friday now, so yeah. But getting better now. Yeah, last week, I mean, you might remember that I was kind of under the water. Hopefully you're feeling good now, slowly, but getting there. Let me test the thing. Better soon. And it doesn't crash, so I'll keep this one running. Okay, so, right, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but now it's done. Yeah, so there are many options that we could work on. Too many for a regular poll, as I usually do them. And, but yeah, I'm gonna try to whip up something that you could vote on anyway. So that's our poll thing. Question is, what will we work on today? Okay, option 1 is going to be FMN. Option 2 is going to be Bugzilla to Fed message. That's going to be Python. FMN is going to be TypeScript. I think that's the only one left. Maybe I'll just remove it because I'm not sure. Gripa. Yeah, it's flu in English. We call that la grippe in French, so grippe. And I'm pretty sure that it's flu in English. So let's go with Bugzilla to Fed message. Then we'll have mode. I'm not sure which language it's in. I'm betting I think it's Python and lots of HTML, but I'm not sure. So mode linkify the text. Then mode line breaks. Then mode navigation. Okay. Then data grepper topic list. Cool. And maybe another one. Yeah, I want to thank you. Okay. And another one will be FASJSON GitLab username search. All right, let's start that. I didn't mention it, but the last one, FASJSON, is going to be Python. Data grepper is going to be Python as well. And for mode, I am not sure, but I can check that right now. Mode. Mode is lots of the JavaScript. Okay. Some Python, but very little. So a lot of it is JavaScript actually. Why is that? It's mostly Python. No, it is Python. Oh, it's tons of the JavaScript because it embeds some, yeah, it embeds a lot of JavaScript. Okay, that's why. Socket.io, really? Fine. Okay. Fine. All right, so what does my poll say? There is one that has been voted by someone. I wonder who that could be. I'm gonna give you a few minutes and give me time to drink some tea. Sorry, I forgot where you're from, Crossbow. All right, that's a minute. And we have a winner. The winner is FASJSON. Okay, let's work on FASJSON. That's cool. Where is it? FASJSON. Okay, so it should be very simple. The issue is that currently in FASJSON you can query GitHub usernames, but you can't query GitLab usernames, even though it's in the database. Okay, so let's start with this. So I'm gonna go to my extraction of FASJSON. Do I have something working on? Yeah, I'm on the staging branch. Let's go to the dev branch. No, it's all clear. Okay, good. Let me start Visual Studio for this. So not this one. Where is it? Yes, open recent. Hey, not so recent, right? So let's open Fedora AAA FASJSON. There it is. And I'm gonna make the font bigger so people can actually look at that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna maximize it because otherwise the chat will be on top of it, so we don't want that. Keep it here. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let's open. Okay, let me tell you how it's organized here. So FASJSON is basically a gateway between IPA, which answers on LDAP, and an HTTP API, like a REST API on HTTP. You can query IPA using HTTP directly. They have an HTTP API, but the HTTP API actually queries LDAP behind the scenes. So what we did to save one layer is to query LDAP ourselves. All right, so it all starts in FASJSON. In FASJSON, you have web and lib. Lib is everything that is related to LDAP. Well, liblldap is everything that is related to LDAP. And web is everything that is related to the web UI, so the API answering to HTTP calls, outputting JSON and all that stuff. So at the moment, if I look at in my resources, if I look at search, which is the search endpoint, so whenever you're calling search/users, you can query by all these values. There is GitHub username in there, but there is no GitLab username in there. That's a problem. And that's the problem that we're going to solve today. All right, so first thing first, I will assign the ticket to myself. Done. Second thing seconds, create a new branch. Create new branch called fix, what was it called, like 645. There it is, now it can work. No, that's not the one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So in theory, in the theory of test-driven development, I am supposed to create a test before I do that. It's kind of hard on new projects because you don't really know how things are going to be laid out. But here, the project is well established, and I can do that easily. So I'm going to go to tests, unit, web resource v1 search. Do I have something about GitHub here? I do not. I'm going to search right, I have a result here. So when I do that, I am setting up, this fixture here is setting up the result. What I want to make sure is that I can test, I can search for something else than username. Do I have something else here around? No, I'll create one. Okay. So this is going to be my basis, and I'm going to name it GitLab. Test search user GitLab. Okay. So I have set up my result. I'm going to get the result whatever happens. That's cool. That's not really what I want to test, do I? What I want to test is that because this LDAPs with search result, it's unconditional, right? Doesn't really test. It just gives you the result. It doesn't check that you've called the result. You've called the that is interesting. Let's see if that gives me what I want. Okay. I want to search for users with GitLab username equal dummy, right? And I expect this result. No, I want like result num equal, I just want one result, thank you very much. Page size is 40, why not? And total result is 1. So I expect only to have dummy 1. I expect to have total results 1. Page size doesn't change, that's all. Okay, let's see if this test actually works. Oh yeah, there's one more interesting thing that I want to check. I want to check what the mocked value, return value of this is. I think it's the function that is mocked, and I can test, and this way I can test what has been passed to it. But I'm not entirely sure, so I'm going to test it. Okay, how do you run the tests? Tox, obviously. Tox has the following environments. I'm going to use Py 3.10 unit test. and I want to only run this test. By the way, I don't need coverage. I think that should be sufficient to save some time. So it's installing the test environment, that's good. And it fails because I get bad requests. Okay, that's good, because GitLab doesn't exist yet. So that's normal. I would still want to make sure, I'm still interested in knowing what the, no wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to print that before so I want to check the result of that. Thank you. I want to check what I'm able to test in the mocked function. Ah, right. So I'm not getting a mocked object actually. Here this function returns, okay. So it returns a function and this returns mock LDAP client. And what is mock LDAP client? That's this. Okay. It's a partial of the mock IPA client. Okay, so I'm interested in the mock IPA client, I think. Right? Mock IPA client. I might be able to inspect it. Okay, so let me check what the mocked thing is. Run again. And in the meantime, I'm going to test. Okay, so that's a partial mock IPA client. What's mock IPA client? It's probably in conf test. All right. Okay. I see. That's a simple namespace. Okay. So what do I have? What do I have? Okay, search users is the function that I want to check. Right. So, okay, I'm interested in mocked.search users. Call args list. Oh, no. There it is. Function object has no attribute call args. That's an actual function then. So search users is a function. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to go somewhere with this. How do I inspect what has been called? Probably in here. How do we do that already? Mock client, okay. What I would like to do is call this thing and check. You know what? I'm going to start doing it with, I'm going to do it with GitHub that I know is already supported. But I'm wondering, so LDAP with search result is mocking something. it's mocking. So I'm calling it with, I suppose, the result that I want. Right, so it's not even calling. Right, so it's not really a mock, so I can't really inspect it. It's not an actual mock from unit test.mock, you know. Okay, that's fine. I would like, if possible, to have a mock here. Okay. So from unit test import mock. Good. And here I'm gonna write my mock function called mock.mock. Return value equal result. That's my mock function. And this, and now I can inspect it. Let's try again. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Huh. Of course, I'm reusing that. That's bad. I shouldn't overwrite namespaces. That's bad. Things should be better now. Okay, it passes, but that doesn't help me because I want to know what was outputted. Right. That's the calls. I get them. Okay. Much better. Nice. Okay. That's much more useful. Hey, one site. Yep. Yep, I'm running unit tests using Tux. So I can verify that I'm actually calling the function with the right arguments. Let's say, let me get the last call, for example. Mocked last call. So last call has, so it's a tuple. It has arguments and keywords. I'm going to pick the keywords here and I want to check assert GitLab username exact. In and then I'm going to call it last call args or last call KW mock last call. Okay, there it is. Assert last call KW of this equal dummy. And this should probably fail because right now GitHub. Yeah, I'm using GitHub here. Okay, this should be good, right? Failing. Oh, last call. Oh, yeah, of course. It's not mock.last call, it's mock.search users.last call. Makes even more sense to have a separate variable for it. Okay. Oh. Well, maybe it's not last call. Call args list of last one. I thought there was something called last call for docs.python.org. Let's go to unit tests. Mock. And I thought that they had something called asset code. No. Results, attached, configure, call count, return value, side effects, call args. Huh. Call args list. No, doesn't have last call. Okay, I dreamed it, I suppose. Anyway, this should work now. And it is not right. Why? GitHub username. Okay. Not GitHub username exact. Okay, that's right. My bad. Okay, this should be good. Okay, it passes. That's fine. Now, what I'm going to do is replace GitHub by GitLab. Same thing here, by the way. And now I expect this to work. And of course it won't. Because it's not supported yet. That's the whole topic of the fix. It fails, index out of range, blah, 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 blah. So first I must, to make something proper, I should write mocked search users assert called once. This way, when it fails, it shows a proper message, not a key error or index error. There it is. Okay. Hey, Samyak, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. All right, now that works. The test works. And I can make the change. So what we're doing here is we're adding the possibility to search by GitLab users in FASJSON, because currently it's only able to query GitLab. It's only able to query GitHub usernames. It's only able to search using GitHub usernames, and we want to be able to search using GitLab usernames. And we know that the couple people are going to be using that. So yeah, we need to do that. All right, we have the test. It fails because it's still unsupported, and now I'm gonna make it supported. So I go back to, it should be bigger, right? That's probably better. Hopefully you can read that better. And now I'm going to go to my search endpoint, and I'm going to add the argument to the parser. Right now it does GitHub, very simple. Let's make another one. GitLab username in gitlab.com. It should be sufficient. That should be all we need. Well, let's verify that. Now the test pass, that's good. So I know that I'm calling the function with the right argument, but is the function actually able to understand this argument? Because it's calling, where is it? There. So what the search users endpoint is doing is making an LDAP client and then calling client.search users, right? So we need to check if the LDAP client is able to understand that. The LDAP client is here. So it's calling search users. Search users. Okay. And the attributes here. And it's mapping. Okay, so it's translating the attributes that the HTTP API understands into attribute that LDAP can understand using a map that is in the model. The model is here. That's the user model. It does understand GitHub username already and knows to convert it into the LDAP attribute fast GitLab username, which is what we use in IPA. I think that should be sufficient. So with that in mind, I'm going to run the whole test suite. And hopefully this didn't break the rest. It might have broken the rest because I changed something, a function to a mock, but I think it should be transparent. It is. Cool. And what else can I test? Well, yeah, the usual stuff. So lint, format. Let's make sure that it's correct. Okay. That's very fast installing Werkzeug. I'm betting that there is some binary compilation involved. There's probably a bit of GCC running behind that. Okay. Okay, now run the tests. And the formatting. I think I have the cache for all those, so it should be faster. It is. And black is happy. Okay. Oh yeah, there's black and I sort. I haven't changed the import, so it should be all good. And it fails on imports are incorrectly sorted or formatted. But I just said that I haven't changed the imports. Did I change the imports? What's the change? What did I change actually? I see a new line has been added or removed. That's maybe where it fails. Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing that the version of iSort that I have on my editor isn't the same as the one that is running in the test here, and they have decided on different defaults maybe. Sorry. Okay. So here it has removed one line. Yeah, it definitely insists on removing one line. That's okay. All right, you know what? Let's just... Oh yeah, what I'm going to do first is add a news fragment. News fragment is a piece of the changelog, right? So I'm currently fixing 645. I'm going to create a new file. Here goes 645.feature. I think it can be called feature. The list of available suffixes is in pyproject.uml. Yeah, feature. Okay, cool. Add the possibility to search users by GitLab usernames. There it is. And now I'm going to make the commits. On this, I want the test here, and I want this. So wait, yeah, let me check. Does this change? Okay, I know that's the only thing that I did. Cool. And here, yeah, I changed basic function into a mock so I can actually test what has been sent. And I have this. Okay, yeah, that sounds fair. And now let's make the commit. Oh, I'll reuse this for the commit message. Fixes 645. Do it. Yeah, it's unhappy, and I'm pretty sure I know why. It's unhappy because of iSort for the same reason as before. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to edit the file discreetly. In an editor that doesn't care. Just Vim. Save this change, thank you very much. And commit the whole thing. Okay, and now I can push the commit to a branch that will be creating a pull request. Git push set upstream fork. Fork is the name of my fork. Fork is the reference to my fork on GitHub. Yeah, I've already done that. Well, that's pretty clear from the title, verification steps and additional that. Okay. What do I have? What are my changes? Yes, 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 and yes. Create the pull request. I realize now that I haven't even tested it. That's not great. I'm going to test it now. I don't know. So I have a Vagrant file here. So there is a Vagrant box that I could use, but I don't think that it's capable of using tiny stage. No, it's not. So yeah, I'll need to reorganize that. Unfortunately. So what I could do is deploy it on staging and test it there. Let me first make sure that all the tests pass, and then I'll do the deployment in staging. All right, so what else could I do? The rest will be for another day. I don't think I'll be able to cram two into the same stream. Nor do I think it would be useful, actually. This one was a bit shorter, but that's fine. That happens. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. Leaves more time for questions if you have any. Ah, that's better. Okay. What hasn't completed yet? Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So now I can push that change to staging and see if that works. First, of course, I will merge it, but I'm going to wait for the test to finish. Ah, there it is. Rebase and merge. Okay, now that the branch is merged, I'm going to pull it. And move to staging, the staging branch. CO is an alias for checkouts, by the way. And merge it. And push it. Okay. So now it has been pushed to staging. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you the OpenShift console, where you can see the progress of your deployment and the status of your application. Note that by the time that it appears on your screen, I will have validated my input and my form, and the one-time password will be unusable anymore. So I really have no problem typing this one-time password on the stream. FASJSON is here. It's all very small. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so right now it is active. That's good. It should be building something. The build is running. This build 23 is running right now. I'm surprised that no, not this, but this project page doesn't show you that the build is running. Oh yeah, something is running. The build, I suppose that the build has finished. Yes, build. Okay. There's one pod. Started container. Okay, I think the pod has been replaced by a new one. So we are all good and running the new version. Aren't we? I can check that using the build logs. So I have this build here. Completed successfully. That's good. Started containers, FASJSON. All good. And this build here started with the log add the possibility searches by GitLab username. So I know it's the right commit. Okay, good. And how do I test it now? I think command line would be preferable in this case. That's the curl command line arguments that you're using to use Kerberos authentication. That's just to check that I'm actually connected. Yeah. Okay. And now the token that you can't see, of course. Oh yeah, that's the production key in it. I think I can do staging, yeah. Right, let's try again. And now the staging password. Oh, well, one-time password. Good. So is this working now? Yes, it's working. Okay, so now I want to search users GitLab username equal me. Is it gonna work? That's long. That's very long. This is extremely long. It's working, but it's not. Shouldn't take that long. I know that the GitLab username attribute is indexed in LDAP. So username is fast, but GitLab username, very long. Yeah, we might need to check if we have an index on GitLab username. I'm pretty sure we do. Because the schema here, that's LDAP schema. So the fast GitLab username or fast GitHub username have an equality match. It's a case ignore match though, but shouldn't be a problem. Do I have some problem with GitHub username? Yes, it's very long. I wonder why it's so long. It's a single value. Do we have LDAP experts here? What if I tried with oh, that's not, yeah. Of course. I think it's called that way. No. I just had it open. What's the name for the Bugzilla email? RHBZ email with no underscore. Still very long. Oh, that's not the RHBC email that I have. Maybe that's the one. Anyway, this is a different matter. This is a matter of performance. It's probably related to a missing index in LDAP. It's weird, but possible. Yeah, it's long. Anyway, that's a different story, and I can open a ticket for that, but another time. At least it's working in staging, because I could return my own user. So I think we're good. All right. It's been merged, deployed in staging, all good. And yes, it's deployed in staging. That's the label here has been added. That's perfect. Okay. All right, I think that concludes it. Do you have any questions on all that? Or on other things? Why do Fedora have 5-year-old issues? Like, which issues? I'm sure there are more than 5-year-old issues in there. You mean in Bugzilla or on specific packages or on some of our applications? Ah, yeah, triage is on screen now. 11th month, 2 years, 8 years. Oh yeah, FedImage is actually being replaced. So nobody is fixing this because this application is going to be replaced. But some of the applications have had issues that have been open for a long time. If I take an example of for example, let me take Epsilon. Yep. Yay! I don't know which one is the longest issue. Tons. It's all, so yeah, triage in the sense of closing them if nobody wants to work on them. Because, I mean, there are applications that very few people want to work on. Epsilon is one of them. Pagure in some sense. See, there's well, those have been assigned, so yeah. But yeah, triage is not a very recognized work, and it should be, really. But it's usually a work that happens behind the scenes, and very few people are willing to do that and not get the recognition that they should get from doing such an important task. Yeah, triage is a real problem. I should actually remove FedImage from... Yeah, or close all the issues maybe? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if that's interesting, I could totally do like a 2 hours long triage on some of the bugs that we see here. That would be very useful, but I'm not sure it will be interesting to a lot of people. All right, yeah. Yeah, Epsilon is pretty bad in that regard because we use it every day. It's very important in our infrastructure and it's very unmaintained. But I mean, there are a few people who work on Pagure, but not nearly as many as it would be needed to maintain an application of this size and of this complexity, the amount of things that need to be done in there. Yep. I agree. It needs to be better managed. Yeah, if I take, for example, let's take Epsilon, for example, that I know a little bit because I've hacked on it a couple times to get all the new authentication system working. 400 hertz description, that's, yeah. You'd think it's simple, but it's not really, because setting up an application like this is a little bit complex. Flag the status of the issue. Well, it's still something that needs to be done. But yeah, very few people work on it. So, I mean, if the issue is open and nobody wants to work on it, then I guess it stays open because the need is still there, just not addressed. We could close issue after some time if nobody wants to work on it, but that would close issues that could have been a good idea or are waiting for somebody to step up, and yeah. I guess that's all for now. All right. Well, that was interesting, and we fixed an issue that people are going to be using, so that's good. Thanks for passing by, I suppose. Who else do we have in the chat today so I can say goodbye? Yep. It was nice to see you, Samyak. I hope you're getting better. And it's probably very late in your time zone, no? Anyway, that's the magic of having a round planet. All right. Thanks for passing by. I'm gonna stop this this stream now, and I will see you. I will see you next week. Yeah, I think so. Or yeah, I think I'll be able to stream next week. The week after that, though, I'll be at FASJSON. So yeah, thank you. See you next time. Have fun.